Okay, so let's go quickly through the two tools that we are going to use at the beginning of this morning. First one is the innovation diagram, as Carlo was saying. So yeah, we just will see basically the aims and description of the whole innovation diagram, even though you're going to use just one part of that, how to use it, how to integrate it in the methodology that we saw yesterday. So you have a complete overview of what it is and how to use it even out of here. And finally, which are the resources requested to, to use it. So first of all, the aim, we said about the concept. No, you will work about the concept, but the innovation diagram is also used to characterize an existing offer. So maybe you have already something that you are going to redesign, or you're starting from something to design your system. So you use the innovation diagram to characterize the existing offer, but also you can do that for competitors. So the same polarity that you have and you will use for designing your concept, select the ideas to design your concept, can be used for also for competitors. And we are not going to use those. What it consists of, we have that polarity diagram that you see there with the two polarities: do it yourself, full service in vertical, and individual and collective on the horizontal. Those are the ones that you saw in the scenario videos yesterday. We have some digital post-its in the bottom left corner of the slide. This is a PowerPoint, so you will receive basically a PowerPoint. So those three digital post-its are used to copy paste those ideas that you worked on yesterday on the diagram. Why there are three colors? Because usually you have three dimension of sustainability. So you remember that in the SDO you have three menu labels that you can switch. So that's why we have three post-its. You're gonna work just on the green ones. After that, you have offer labels, and are the ones that you see in those two small slides on the bottom left. These ones, yeah, not super sharp, but basically they are just icons that you can copy and paste in the other part of the tool, which is this one. It's empty, and you can fill it with those icons that characterize your offer or competitor ones, and etc. So how to use it? We skip the part of competitors and existing offers that are separate slide in the PPT that you will receive. Just go to the concept slide. And then first thing is to start from the SD toolkit that you used yesterday. So you see on the left the idea boards that you were working on. You copy the ideas that were there and you paste those in the polarity diagram, looking at obviously the coordinates that you think are the most appropriate for the ideas that you select. It's already a selection process. So maybe if you think that at this moment that idea is not anymore interesting, or maybe it can be combined or briefly put into another one, it's a process, so it's cool. What is happening then? That you have a portrait, an overview, depending on those two polarities of the ideas that you had. So maybe, as Carlo was saying, you can spot some blind areas where you didn't explore anything. You may have other ideas, or you can combine other things. And so you just add in a totally freestyle, new other ideas. And here it is. So what you do next is the clustering. So obviously ideas that are maybe close together can have something in common, or maybe have the possibility to be, again, merged into a single concept in the future. So you identify a cluster that can be combined. And finally, you try to make a synthesis. So basically just a little bit more than a tweet about the concept that those ideas can create in those lines that you have just below the polarity diagram. The last part is the SPSS, the profiling of the SPSS draft concept. Maybe we're not doing in the innovation diagram, but it's important anyway, because you are doing after in the concept description form. So we will see, depending on time, if icons is the best, or maybe just writing text is the best for you. But basically, what does it consist of? You have that tweet about the concept, and now you try to put details about the concept. So and we are talking about SPSS. So what you have to define is who is the provider, the main provider, who is the customer, which type of SPSS you are putting in place, which products and services are offered, and who is providing those products and services. So you see that the first column is in some cases, in the case of products and services, is the product, and the right column for number 4, and 5 is who is offering that product or service. Number 6 is what is paid. So, you know, it's the kind of payment could be a pay-per-use, a paper, whatever, and by who is paid. And the final one, maybe again, this we're not going too much in detail with that, but is the offer typology, offer configuration, which is mostly related to, let's say, distributed economies. It's another model that we mentioned. It's not the focus of this course. We will see if we can go through that. But going one by one, the process is this one. So you have the blank slide with what you see on the left, and you have to go in the other slide where you have the repository. You just copy the icons that you think are suitable for characterizing your ideas. You type the name or a specification of that actor or that whatever that you're putting in your concept, because the icons are general. So what you're doing, obviously, are describing something more specific. So you write down and you put it in the concept of profile, and you do the same for all the sections. So you will see that you have multiple options. You will have already products related to the clothing system, so clothing care products, clothing products. You can also add anything else that you think you will need in your system, as it's the last label. It's usually the other, you know, whatever you can put. And as I was saying, for products and services, on the right column, you are also putting who is the provider. So you are picking the icon from the number 1 repository, the provider section, and you just paste it in who is the corresponding provider of that product or of that service. Because it's not said that in SPSS is only one provider providing one product or one service. Maybe you imagine the partnership, and so one is providing something, one is providing something else. Maybe product and the energy, I don't know, maybe product and the resources. Okay, the same for the services. What is paid, as we were saying, is the typology of payment. So it's, you can have, for example, pay per period, as we were saying, pay per time, pay per use, or could be also a traditional payment, just, you know, a sale. And the final one is maybe the one we are not going to explore. What we can do apart from characterizing the offer with the icons you see on the right side, that are we leave them for the moment, but you can select an offer type. So are we talking about fiber manufacturing? Are we talking about textile manufacturing or whatever? So the icons of on the left column have this goal. So characterize which is the main offer type that is provided. No. The process is that you put all the ideas. Sorry, go back. You put all the ideas, but at the number 4, you see the number 4, even 3. I mean, you have a combination of the idea into one concept, and you put the text, which is just a brief description of the concept. It could be a tweet that describes that, and then based on this, which doesn't include details, obviously, you go on the profile and you do that just for the concept. Just quickly, how does this tool integrate in the method that we are using a part of it, but in the whole method, usually you use it at the beginning if you have to study existing offers or competitors. And then obviously you use it when you create those visions and cluster that we saw yesterday, and when you select the ideas from the brainstorming and you want to start refining the concept. So you have that brief description, then you want to switch from just an idea to the whole concept. Yeah, resources, it's a very simple tool, because as I was saying, it's a PPT, it's a PowerPoint presentation. You just download it and you just work inside of that. And it's always open access on Lens International, as all the tools, and you just need a computer, PowerPoint reader. And the timing we will see. Obviously we have ours today, which is quite different, but Usually 45 minutes could be 15 minutes for the first part and 30 minutes for the profiling will be an appropriate time for completing the use of the tool.